discussion as well. Now, moving on to Middle East, a proposed nuclear deal between Saudi Arabia and the United States could allow for some form of uranium enrichment within the kingdom, raising concerns over nuclear proliferation. Congressional documents, along with an arms control group's findings, suggest that this deal is part of a broader strategy by the Trump administration to secure 20 nuclear business deals globally, including with Saudi Arabia. The agreement could be worth billions of dollars. This deal aims to advance U.S. national security interests by strengthening its position in the global nuclear market, particularly in areas like enrichment, fuel fabrication, and reprocessing. However, the proposal has drawn scrutiny from non-proliferation experts, as the inclusion of uranium enrichment in the agreement is considered a significant risk. The deal would require safeguards and oversight by the International Atomic Energy Agency to ensure the kingdom's nuclear activities do not contribute to regional instability. The UAE's earlier agreement with the U.S. to build a nuclear power plant without enrichment has been hailed as a model for non-proliferation efforts. Now we welcome back Ambassador Mahis Sachdev. He's a former diplomat. Thank you very much, Ambassador Sachdev, for staying with us. Now, why is Saudi and U.S. pursuing this deal instead of, the non-proliferation deal like the one with U.S. and UAE?
Thank you. It's an important question, particularly in the context of a fairly contradictory policy on this issue that the United States has adopted with regard to Iran. Iran is not expected to have any enrichment of uranium, and President Trump has been very insistent on it, and currently a face-off is on in that area with the U.S. aircraft carriers, armada, and fighter planes and troops deployed. So it looks a bit odd that United States is willing to consider providing Saudi Arabia, which is a natural, how should I put it, counterpoise to Iran in the region with this similar technology without any guardrails such as IAEA safeguards, additional protocols, and so on. I think here is the United States policy split in full view. I think one should add that nuclear enrichment and processing is extremely important if you want to fabricate a nuclear weapon. It's also an issue of relative density of enrichment. For nuclear weapons, about 90% enrichment of uranium is required. Plutonium is another route through processing of the spent fuel that one can make a bomb. But here, the Iranians, having signed NPT, subjected themselves to IAEA safeguard and additional protocols which allow for surprise inspections, have been put in a corner. These measures are regarded as insufficient, while in Saudi Arabia, opposite is being asked for from Congress by Trump administration. I think the reasons could be many. First of all, it may be a ploy to tell Iran that if it insists on nuclear enrichment, then Saudi Arabia would get a similar facility and a nuclear arm race could be in the offing. Secondly, I think there's big money involved in nuclear enrichment process. If you recall that during Second World War, Manhattan Project was the biggest such project in the world at that time. and involved at that time billions of dollars. So one can see how United States would benefit from transfer of similar technology and putting up uranium enrichment plant or spent fuel processing plant.
Yes.
But this is
Ambassador.
fraught with danger and could be uh, could require bilateral understanding between the United States and Saudi Arabia, irrespective of leaderships in the two countries, to ensure that Saudis do not misuse this technology to go into the nuclear weapons path. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Sachdev, for joining